Dear students, in the last section we have seen parallel computing, elements of parallel processing, hardware architecture of parallel processing. In this section we will see distributed computing. So, distributed computing architectures and algorithm used for building and management of distributed system. So, according to Tannenbaum, the definition of distributed system is a distributed system is a collection of independent computer that appears to its user as a single coherent system. So this definition is general enough to include the various types of distributed computing. Communication is another fundamental aspect of distributed computing, because distributed computing is having a different components. So communication is the fundamental aspects. Since distributed systems are composed of more than one computer that collaborate together, it is necessary to provide some sort of data and information exchange. Okay, so according to that, the definition is a distributed system is one in which components located at network computer communicate and coordinate their activity only by passing messages. Okay, so here the components of a distributed system communicate with some sort of message passing. All these computers or all these components can communicate with each other by passing the messages. Now the next topic is components of a distributed system. So these are the components of distributed system. Okay, these are the components of distributed system. So as we know, a distributed system is a result of interaction of several components that drives the entire computing stack. So this figure provides an overview of the different layers that are involved in providing the services of distributed system. So at the very bottom level, computer and network hardware constitute the physical infrastructure. So these components are managed by the operating system. Okay, these components are managed by the operating system, which provides the basic services. This operating system provides the basic services for inter-process communication, that is called as the IPC, or it provides a facility of process scheduling and management, resource management in terms of file system and local devices. Okay, so taken together these two layers, hardware and operating system layer, it becomes the platform on top of which the specialized software is deployed. Okay, for this operating system and hardware layer, the standard operating the use of well-known standards at the operating system level and even more at the hardware level and network level allows the harnessing of the heterogeneous components. As we know, the distributed system is consist of heterogeneous components. So if are using the standards, then we can easily make the system feasible. Okay. For example, the network connectivity between different devices is controlled by the standards, or at the operating system level, IPC services are implemented on the top of standardized communication protocols such as TCP/IP, that is Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol, or User Datagram Protocol. Okay. After that, above these two layers, there is a middleware layer. So this middleware layer uses the services which are provided by these bottom layers, and by using this it develop and deploy the distributed applications. Okay, So by relying on the services offered by the operating system, the middleware develops its own protocol, data formats, programming language or frameworks for the development of distributed applications. Okay, and it builds and deploys the distributed applications, and above that there is an application layer. The top of the distributed system stack is represented by the applications and service designed and developed to use the middleware. Okay, so basically it is in the form of GUI, that is graphical user interface. So these are the layered view of the distributed system. Okay, thank you.